Hi, my name is Kat and this is my home, and I've been living in a caravan since 2018 and working on campsites with my husband. We've just completed the 6th season on a campsite as site wardens, and this is a great opportunity to answer some questions you have about this lifestyle. You've sent us quite a lot of different questions about wardening, about living in a caravan full-time, so today I'm going to share our secrets. Give this video a like and keep watching to find out if we work 24/7, what makes this work exciting for us, and what's the reality of living in a caravan full-time in the UK. I hope you will stick around and enjoy this video. The first question I have is about work. Do you clock off from work, or do campsite wardens basically live on call 24/7? Luckily, we do clock off. We clock in and clock out on this site. And we are not on call 24/7. We are on call 2 evenings a week, and this is pretty manageable. I don't know any wardens who are on call 24/7. No, that would be impossible and unsustainable. So that's our answer. We are not on call 24/7, and even though we live on site, we have a time of starting work and finishing work, luckily. We also have 2 days off together every week, which is pretty standard for couples living and working on campsites in the UK. Next one is about food. That's really funny. Thank you for this question. Do campsite wardens get free marshmallows or other food? No, usually we are not fed by the campers. We got a bottle of wine and we got a box of chocolates this year from a grateful customer. But normally when we are out and about, people don't feed us, luckily, because we would be probably really fun. This is a massive site with many people. They usually cook bacon in the morning. If everyone offered us a bacon butty every morning, we would be really massive. And probably we would feel too full to work. No, we don't get fed. Would you like to be fed as a campsite warden? Maybe you are a campsite warden and you do get fed. Let me know in the comments. The next one is about living in the house. How often do people ask you, when are you going to move into a proper house again? People don't ask us this question. I think everyone who knows us and everyone who knows our videos, they know that we love this lifestyle, and we are not planning returning to living in a brick and mortar. That's not our intention. What's gonna happen, life will show, time will tell, but unless we have to, I don't think we will move voluntarily back into proper normal housing. We have a few questions about work, so let's crack them. You work together. Who's the boss at work and who's the boss at home? Well, at work it's definitely Marek who's the manager or the leader. I wouldn't say a boss, but definitely the chief organizer and manager. Marek is very good at organizing jobs, organizing tasks, planning tasks efficiently. He has more experience at leading people, so I leave organization and logistics to him, and I simply follow his lead at work. At home, I don't think there is a boss at home. We make our decisions together, we discuss everything together. We are equal partners at home, but at work it's definitely Marek who's the boss. So I don't know if that's the answer you expected. I'm happy with this arrangement. One more question about work. What is it like to work with your spouse? Because I would go mad. Well, we like it, we enjoy it. We've been together for over 20 years now. We really know each other well, and we know our strengths and weaknesses, and it helps us enormously at work. I would say the first 3 years were tough. The first 3 years of working together were absolutely horrendous, but we learned to work together and we absolutely love it. We absolutely enjoy it, and we are very happy about that. You know, we chose this lifestyle to spend more time together, so we probably took it to extreme because we work together and we live in a tiny caravan together, so we pretty much spent 24/7 with each other. We like to take one day off from each other, so we have 2 days off together, but usually we don't spend both days off together. We like to take this one day off to do our own thing. So I think this is what keeps us sane, that we still have our private hobbies and our private projects and private interests. So there are shared interests, but also private things we like to keep going, and you know, we like to do separately. So this is our secret. I would love to know if you have an experience of working with your spouse, if you would like to try it, or maybe for you it is a big no-no. Drop me a message in the comment. I would love to hear your stories. Have you ever worked with your spouse without killing each other in the process? In a minute I will answer a question about the best perk of the job, but first the strangest question. So the question is, what is the strangest question you've ever been asked by a camper? Well, the weirdest question is, where is the nearest tap water? Because all pitches on this site where we work, they have full service, and every single pitch have their own water tap, and all water taps provide drinking water, so they are virtually everywhere. Every single pitch has their own water tap with drinking water. They are not all marked as drinking water. Probably that's why people are asking, what's the nearest drinking water tap? Where is the nearest working drinking water tap? And this is just bizarre, because the answer is, wherever you look, there are taps, and you can safely drink water from these taps. I'm right under one of the biggest oaks in the park. This is my favorite tree, and this is a good place to answer the question about perks of the job. What's the best perk of your lifestyle? Meeting new people, living simply, or being able to say, sorry, can't come to your wedding, we are in Spain. Definitely the last one. Having winters off and having an opportunity to do whatever we like during winter months. And normally we like to be abroad, we like to be in the sun. So for us it's the biggest perk of the job, and it is the reason why we left our careers, our regular jobs, to be able to have winters off. So definitely working only through the summer season is the biggest perk for us. Next question, do you ever get itchy feet? Yeah, all the time. Our feet never stop itching. We are always planning our next move, our next adventure. We are always thinking ahead, and we do like to move around. We do like to change places. We do love to change addresses. That's why we live on wheels. This is the biggest perk, the flexibility and the freedom to hitch your house to your car and just move. When you feel ready to move, you do. So yeah, we definitely have itchy feet, and this is one of the reasons we live in a caravan. The next question is really good, and thank you very much for sending it. Would you recommend this lifestyle to your 25-year-old self? Definitely not, because if someone back then told me, hey, why don't you walk away from your regular job, from your career? And I mean, both of us, we both had very stable and well-paid jobs with prospects of promotion, and we were working very hard, jumping through hoops and, you know, securing those next challenges and achieving targets. Yeah, mad. So back then, if someone told me, hey, walk away from this and, you know, try living in this, do simple job in exchange for peace, quiet and freedom, I would laugh, I would walk away, and I would say they are bonkers. It would be madness. And I think even to this day, if I had to do it, if I had to live in a caravan through necessity, not out of choice, I would probably be complaining about small space and challenges and, you know, dealing with cold weather or hot weather, blah, 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 dealing with elements. Now, when we were in mid-20s, we wanted to have respectable jobs. We found a lot of satisfaction in our employment, and we were kind of defined by our job titles. We had to grow up a little bit and become more mature to appreciate the value of simplicity of this setup, and we changed our priorities. You know, we lived a little and we changed our mind, but we wouldn't be ready for this when we were in mid-20s. No way. We would consider it as failure. Look at these flowers. This is probably the last opportunity to film them in full bloom. Right, next question. Is freedom really free, or does it cost 6 to 8 months of hard graft every year? Freedom is not free, and it's not only the price of working very hard and doing things which are often disgusting during the year. It's not only working hard when everyone is on holiday. There is far more to pay in terms of price of your freedom. So this is probably a topic for another video, for a separate video. Is freedom really free? Of course it's not free. Everything that has value is not free, and we value our freedom enormously. And believe it or not, we made many sacrifices, and we sacrificed a lot. We sacrificed a lot to be able to live in a caravan and work on campsites and have this freedom and flexibility. So we actually sacrificed a lot, also in terms of money, in terms of finance, in terms of our financial future. Yeah, we sacrificed a lot and we risked a lot to be able to live this simple life. But we are happy, so it's worth it. We paid a lot, but for us it is good value and a good deal. And if anyone gave me a choice, and if I could step back in time and say, if anyone asked me, would you like to do it again? I would say absolutely. One of the best decisions in our life. Next question is about practicalities of living on a campsite, and then we have a few questions about living in a caravan, so that's what's coming. Right, next question. When you walk to the shower block first thing in the morning, do you dress properly or do you walk in your pajamas? What do you think? This is one of the best things about living on a campsite. Most of people walk to the shower block in their pajamas in the morning, so you will not stand out if you do it. Sometimes I wrap something around me, a fleece usually. I don't have a dressing gown because I don't have space for a dressing gown in my caravan, so I don't own one. So it depends on the weather. I definitely don't walk to the shower block without any clothes on, even in the middle of the night. But this is just quite normal on a campsite, that people walk around in their pajamas first thing in the morning. And this is something I really, really love, that it's so relaxed and nobody bothers, you know, and nobody notices, and nobody finds it strange that you walk around in your pajamas first thing in the morning. Would you enjoy that, or would you dress fully even for a quick visit in the shower block? We are inside now, and those of you who've been watching our videos for a while, you know that we don't have a massive caravan. It's an older 5-berth touring van. So next question is really relevant. How many times a week does one of you say, can you just move so I can open the fridge? Probably once a week, twice a week. We've been doing it for so long that we don't have to say these things to each other. But when we first moved into a caravan, this was pretty normal. And at first we were living in a motorhome, which was even smaller than our current van. So usually there was only one person traffic across the van or across a caravan. We are quite small, luckily we are not massive people, which helps when you live in such a tiny space. So we can walk past each other in a caravan without problems, but opening the bathroom door or opening the fridge door, yeah, sometimes it does require a communication, because, you know, when you open the door, the corridor is completely blocked. So sometimes we have to coordinate. I would say maybe once a week. Doesn't happen very often, doesn't happen every day, that's for sure. And the last question, how do you argue without a caravan when you can't storm off? Yeah, it is a tiny space and door is made of plastic. You can't slam it, you can't slam anything in a caravan because it's quite delicate. But do we argue? We don't argue. I think we don't. We don't have massive arguments. We may have difference of opinions sometimes, but we are pretty good at talking through things. And we are both quite calm people and we don't tend to lose temper. So I think we are quite lucky. So that was a brief summary of some aspects of living in a caravan and working on a campsite together. Of course, if you want to know more, keep your questions coming, keep your comments coming. We love reading them and we answer to every single comment you drop us. So thank you so much. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and spending the time with me. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do, because it's the best way to show us that you like our videos and you would like to see more of our jolly productions. So please subscribe, it's free, and click the bell to make sure you don't miss on any new content. We publish a new video every Wednesday afternoon, and I'm meeting you during the live stream every Sunday evening at 7 p.m. the UK time. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye-bye.